Hi, welcome to this channel again. I want you to be rich. Today we're going to talk about investing, and this is the investing series part 2. And today we're going to cover something that I find very interesting and such a privilege to have. It is the portfolio of Warren Buffett's company, Berkshire Hathaway. And this is something that you can find on New York Stock Exchange disclosure because it's a large investment and Warren Buffett is forced or have to disclose what he actually invests. So as a retail investor, we get to actually see what are the companies that one of the best investor in the world is investing. I mean, Berkshire Hathaway at the moment holds a large sum of cash and just waiting for the right time. Like what Warren Buffett said, to hit the bet at the right time. You don't have to hit it all the time. You just have to hit it at the right time. So he has made some controversial non-bets, meaning that the things that he have done not so right is not what he did, but what he didn't do, which is investment in tech stock, because he's very honest and we love his honesty. Warren Buffett said that it's not his area of competence and his circle of competence to understand tech stock. So he didn't invest in Amazon or Google or a lot of these shares earlier on. And in fact, today his holdings on these shares are still very low. So let's have a look at what are some of the shares that the best investor in the world from Berkshire Hathaway has invested. And I will include a link below so you can click on the link and also see updated versions of what he's investing. And maybe this helps you a little bit on seeing why you want to invest in something or what you're going to invest in. The biggest shareholding in the portfolio of Warren Buffett as of 31st of December 2021 disclosure on the New York Stock Exchange on 13F is Apple. So Apple, as you know, is something that has gone around the world. Everyone is talking about Apple products. People are queuing up in front of Apple store, and it's one of the tech stock that Berkshire Hathaway has invested. And let's see why. So Apple makes money by selling smartphone, iPad, as well as computers like MacBook. As you can see, more and more people are choosing to use MacBook and instead of PCs and Windows. And there's a reason why personally I use a MacBook, because I don't have to worry about antivirus, and I really hated the Windows update. And finally, I changed to Apple MacBook, and it just allows me to focus on my work. And that gave me so much freedom, just allowing me to focus on my work, which Windows didn't allow because I keep having to upgrade. I included a link below for MacBook. If you want to change your life, buy a MacBook or a iPhone. You will see such transformation because it makes your life so much easier. It's just simple. But why did Warren Buffett invest in Apple? One of the things that Apple did very well is a subscription-based business. So, for example, I subscribe to iCloud and I pay like $3 in the beginning, and now I'm paying $17 for storage of all my photos. And Warren Buffett has a appetite for consumer products that people will use regardless of a recession. That's number one. So he is looking at longevity of a business and at the right price. So when Apple was very cheap, he bought it. And the reason is because he wants to have a company that on the long term has good management, is sticky, meaning that people will buy regardless of recession. And it's a business that contributes to cash flow. So cash flow is very important for Warren Buffett. And Apple has a subscription business that people continuously use, and it's hard to, once you're an Apple user, it's very unlikely you're going to change. And so Apple has been around, and Apple has a massive cash reserve, which means that it has very little debt and a lot of cash. And it became one of the first $1 trillion company. So I think it reached $2 trillion. So how many shares does Warren Buffett holds in Apple? He holds 43% of his entire portfolio in Apple shares. That is $109 billion. That's a lot of money. And so think about why Apple is a business that you want to invest in. And if you are using Apple product, why you love Apple and why you hate Apple. And maybe from 3 to 5 years from now, do you think Apple is a company that will still sell very well, and the reason why? For me, I love Apple products. I use iPad, I use iPhone, and I use MacBook. The reason is because I saw my friends who are business creators, who are entrepreneurs, and who are content creators, who focus on a lot of things. When they use Apple, they just could really increase their productivity by that much. And so that really makes me excited about Apple and how Apple products can help my work become better. Also because it's very light and I don't have to worry about virus. So from my perspective as a consumer, I personally find Apple very attractive. The second company that Warren Buffett or Berkshire Hathaway invested a lot in is Bank of America. So it's a day-to-day retail bank. It does a lot of financial services. And they hold 12.8% in Bank of America. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you can check the link below to see actually how many shares Warren Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway is holding. It changes all the time. But as of 31st of December 2021, about 12%. And the reason why this is a stock that I think Berkshire Hathaway invested in is because they pay a pretty decent dividend of 2.5%. And they have a very good management. And if you see during the recession of Lehman Brothers subprime, Bank of America actually emerged as one of the stronger companies. It's because if you look at the financial statements of Bank of America, it is pretty solid. So this is the number 2 company that Warren Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway invested in. Let's go to number 3. The third company that Warren Buffett invested in is also a company very close to my heart. I personally believe in investing in product that I use every day and I understand. And this is a brand that is familiar probably to you as well and everywhere around the world. They have, I think, 7 or 9% in Coca-Cola for the entire portfolio. It's a simple model and it's Coca-Cola. So Coca-Cola is not just a soda drink. They also have other drinks like Fanta, Sprite. So if you're drinking Sprite or Fanta, Berkshire Hathaway is making some profit from you. And the reason why I think Warren Buffett invested in this company is because he said regardless of a recession, bad weather or good weather, people want a sweet treat and they go to Coca-Cola and they buy Coca-Cola. It's a recognizable brand. It's a brand that doesn't need reinventing. It's a classic soda drink that people grow up drinking, and it's not going to change just because there is economic recession. So that's one of the reasons why he bought Coca-Cola. And also when you have McDonald's and a lot of companies, they are regular customers of Coca-Cola. They order Coca-Cola regularly, and people who visit McDonald's, and if you want a cola, it's Coca-Cola. Costco tried to take Coca-Cola away and introduce their own brand, but they put Coca-Cola back because it's a brand that's so strong and pays pretty nice dividend at 3.1%. Watch out for the next part when I talk about some of the interesting new investment that Warren Buffett has made in an inflationary economy. Few companies that he invested is American Express. Is famous for charge card. There's not a lot to say about American Express, but the fact is that they give a lot of points and have a very high commission for merchant. So some places actually don't accept American Express, but American Express exclusively have a set of users who are corporate and they focus on using American Express to get points because you get so much points and the customer service is excellent. I don't really know why Warren Buffett invests in American Express, but as an American Express user, I get a lot of points, and whenever I can charge something, and if American Express is an option, I use American Express. And they give warranty as well, and it's a very nice card. So he holds a pretty good amount of shares in American Express. Links is below in the description. He also have quite a percentage in Kraft Heinz. So Kraft and Heinz sell ketchup and cheese. He admittedly said that it was a bad decision because they paid too much for Kraft Heinz because Kraft Heinz recently has been doing badly. I think they hold about 30%. And the other company that he holds and very little people notice is VeriSign. VeriSign owns the domain .gov and a lot of the .edu, a lot of the government domains that every year people have to pay money to renew from these institutions are owned by VeriSign. I think they own 11.6%. And so a lot of the domains that you visited and the governments are paying is paying to VeriSign, and Warren Buffett is making money from it. The other companies that he holds, but not a large percentage, is Visa and Amazon. So Visa also owns PayPal. And as you know, we use and swipe Visa every day, but he has a very small percentage. So I think more than 1/3 of his portfolio is in Apple. You might want to take a look why he makes such a big decision on Apple. Now, the last part that I'm going to talk about is very interesting. Is that why he started investing in a company called Occidental Petroleum. I think he has understood that this is an inflationary economy, and petroleum company seems attractive to him because he recently put money into petroleum company. But to sum it all up, to end this, he still holds $146 billion in cash. And Warren Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway, is just waiting to put a big bet, a big buyout when the price is right. So look out for what he's buying and study a little bit. Maybe it can help you with your investment. Comment below. And if you like this channel, please subscribe. Thank you for watching.